Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are back with Paul B. He's back in the husk. He's in his studio. It's his brand new outside the motel studio. The now dead Ford Fusion. Yeah, this is going to be a quickie. I'm going to take you into the car for a quickie video of my extermination. The EX. Is that like a? Is that the mineral table? The periodic table, is it? Yeah, no, I should really know my elements better.
Thing about doing audio production for most of my life since I was about 9 years old, and then shortly thereafter video production.
Yeah, your last video was fucking brutal, Paul. You don't know how to work your levels. Like, he's just going between like a really loud engine, and then he goes to his inside the car, and then he goes back out to this loud engine, and it's so loud that you can barely hear yourself think, and you can't hear himself. Like, you can't hear Paul talk. So he needs to like put in closed captions for what he's saying. Fucking redundant.
And then for the last 25 years podcasting.
Yeah, he calls YouTube podcasting for whatever it's worth. Like, sometimes he says it and he goes, "What do you mean podcast? Did you have something on Spotify or iTunes?" But no, it's just literally, yeah, I'm a talking head on YouTube.
Is that I tend to record pretty much everything that occurs in my life.
He misses a lot of stuff though. Like, shit goes down and he gets like a glimpse of like whatever the issue is, like a stalker right outside or a car crash or something like that, and you'll only catch it like an instant small little fraction of what he's talking about. So he doesn't get everything.
In case I need it, audio and or video. And since American Musical Supply likes to work in the shadows, in the darkness, in secret, outside the view of others, like so many people who do unconscionable things.
I like to think like he seems to frame AMS as like this one-off company who's like actually this twisted evil thing that you'd find in a Bond film. Like, they're probably no different than any other company out there.
I guess it's time to show the video of when American Musical Supply terminated me, since they knew that it was...
I wonder, is this going to be a real thing, or is it going to be some sort of like dramatic reenactment?
It was actually an extermination.
Extermination.
So here you go.
Like excommunication.
What do you think of Don's little movie, Roy? I think there
Oh, what is this?
weren't enough girls in it.
Does the president or any responsible agency know about this?
Oh Lord, I thought my stuff was bad. This is this is like it's paint, and he's just opened his mouth for one frame, closed it, and he's painstakingly back and forth, back and forth. Are you getting cap cut? Get cap cut, Paul. It's free.
We're on a need-to-know basis. Besides,
HR
is a responsible agency.
Well, I think they do need to know. You're going to single-handedly cause...
he's just got to stop the music every time. Like, so there's like a background track layering underneath, and he's got to stop it every single time he talks.
Cause an escalation.
Our studies indicate that this type of weapon is totally useless in warfare.
Well, it's not intended for use in your kind of warfare, Roy. It's a perfect peacetime weapon. That's why it's secret.
So it's both immoral and unethical.
Yes.
When do we get it?
Just as long as we have a working weapon by
The
the...
Ides of March.
Right, General?
Ides of March.
Huh?
I wouldn't know, Dave. I haven't had a working weapon since Korea.
I'm sorry, HR. This is too much. I can't be a part of something this evil.
And the Oscar goes to Paul B. It's his Oscar bait movie.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Days since, all right, this is one of his thumbnails. It's weird. He used some weird AI here. Like, this woman is like really blown out of her top. and I guess yeah, it's his. They're like overweight, middle-aged women, like maybe on a Karen bent, that are like primarily the HR demons. What is this movie? Is this like Network, or is it the what was that movie Val Kilmer he was referencing? Real Genius or something? Something like that. I have not seen that movie, so obviously he's just watched it because it's fresh in his mind.
I urge you to stop.
Was that a black man? And Paul's face just like mysteriously appeared on him.
Your input. Sorry you won't be on the team. Maybe next time. Too bad. Used to be a good man. Afraid we're gonna have to liberate.
Paul.
Oh my god. Is this like... This movie is adding fuel to Paul's fire. Is like, this is what's happening in New Jersey at the top of a very large skyscraper. Like a shadowy cabal of mysterious middle-aged, like older white men are gathering around plotting his doom. It's like Neon Genesis Evangelion. What are they? Were they with Seal or whatever they were? And they would just like show up on this like mysterious hologram backgrounds.
Liberate? You mean liquidate?
Larry, let's see that film on blinding techniques. Then we'll all have some lunch, all right?
So, everyone wants to kill Paul, apparently. Can't go in with that. I mean, most of my videos are copyrighted anyway, and I don't make a dime off this, so... Anyway, employment at will is not a license to kill. That's one of his best lines. He loves that. You are not human resource. Like, this is all these, like, he's recycling all these thumbnails. Rated unaccountable with the power to decide who lives and who dies. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Real low effort video here, Paul. Small set of arbitrary protected classes that are eligible for government protection against discrimination. I think, yeah, it's Muslims, gays, and other, like, certain minority classes, but homeless people are not a protected class. And thus they are open. It's open season for abuse on homeless people. Yeah, there was zero evidence for this being any part of why he was fired. If anything, it seemed like they were pretty encouraging about his situation. And when he eventually got around to telling them, that's why homeless Americans are disenfranchised. That's why it's so difficult and impossible for hardest working and most reliable homeless workers to escape homelessness. Well, it is now. But it's completely different, chessboard than what you were talking about when you wrote this. It wasn't the same. Now, costs of everything are literally like hitting, unknown peaks, and your everyday expenses are now like you might actually sit down and budget for it. What a low effort video this is. Oh, here's this thumbnail. I don't know. All right, so you got BTK. I think that's the Night Stalker. Manson. Oh, that's what this was. Like, I could only see it from a distance, but it was one of his dumb little HR thumbnails. So they're just as bad as all these guys. Good old Jeff. And I can't remember. So that wasn't the Menendez. I thought it was the Menendez from... Who is that guy? Is that the Night Stalker? I don't know. Ramirez. Sorry, not Reeves. Ramirez. And that was... Oh, what is his name? Ted Bundy. Look at this fucker. No, he was completely average. He was... I guess he had a charisma about him. But no, he was not a super attractive guy. So BTK, Ted Bundy, Ramirez, Manson, Jeffrey, and Human resources. She's kind of cute. And then she got the chloroform. What was the thing I'm looking at? I have looked at it a few times since, and what I think it is a place for him to rest his mouse. So when he goes like, looking up all sorts of like random YouTube true crime, he can just like get his mouse and go. And then this must be it looks like a mouse pad, but also could be like a wrist pad too. Very odd thing, and he has this in his apartment or his motel. All right, so this is the movie he's talking about, Real Genius. I have not seen this. Oh, it is like, okay, so that wasn't. I thought that was possibly a very serious scene, but it's more or less a bit of like an 80s romp, bit of a comedy. He was I don't know the actor's name. He was the Wolf Man in Monster Squad. Yeah, that was definitely him. And what did they say? Oh, it's like little kid kicks him in the balls and then goes, Wolfman's got nards.
Kick him in the nards! Kick him in the nards! He doesn't have nards! Do it! Wolfman's got nards! Come on!
And it's actually interesting because in one of the scenes, like you see how a wolf man can be like an immortal creature, because it literally, they blow him up with TNT, but because the curse, I guess, is so strong, it literally his body pulls back together and reforms. So it's like, oh yeah, this is why these things were immortal, I suppose. You have to kill them with a silver bullet, otherwise nothing else works. And yeah, that movie had that was a bit of a timeless movie, really. Like when movies were kind of like made to be timeless, because I guess it was a greatest generation era, and then you like had young boomers who were obviously influenced by all these classic Universal monster movies, paying tribute. Yeah, no, that was a absolute banger of a movie, and had a like a killer theme song to it. I'll splice it in somewhere. Val Kilmer is, I don't know that guy. Alright. Might watch this movie, but it looks stupid. Meet Chris Knight, the Einstein of the 80s. Turns lasers into flight shows, aircrafts, and high tech. Yeah, there was like a real like genius sort of category of movie. I want to say Young Einstein was maybe the original. I have never even actually seen this dumb movie, Young Einstein. Yahoo Serious. I guess it was in a era of like Australian culture influencing into America, and Americans going, what the fuck is this shit? Yahoo Serious. What does that mean? Alright guys, till next time.